Hey, it's Hannah with Grant Frog, and I want to show you how you can get started with Grant Frog and quickly start saving your grant proposals, funders, tasks, and your clients inside of Grant Frog so you can start managing like a pro and staying on top of your grant deadlines. Here's how to get started. So, on this dashboard, you're going to see all of your tasks, grant proposals due within 90 days, all of your proposals that are pending a response, and your grant reports. So you can log in every day and see this information right away. It's a great way to stay on track and to know what you need to work on this week or in the upcoming couple of weeks. Now, you want to add a grant proposal. So the first thing you want to do is to go up here to this button that says Add Proposal. We're going to click on that, and then let's give our proposal a title. So we're going to say Feeding Children. And then for the funder, you can choose from a list, but you're probably just starting. So let's go ahead and click New. And we want to add the funder name. We're going to say the Bluebird Foundation. And if you want, you can add all the information as well right away, or you only have to add the funder name. And then we'll click Save. Okay, so now we are going to decide the amount requested. And maybe you haven't started this grant proposal yet. That's okay. Let's go ahead and put in $25,000 and then a due date. So we're going to say that this is due on June 30th. And we haven't requested it yet, so I don't have a date requested. And then a proposal status. So we have started working on this one, so it's in progress. You have several other options too as well, if it's upcoming or you've submitted it as well. Now you can choose the program that the grant funds need to be expended to. So if you don't have anything, you can click New and kind of go through that same process and add a new program. We're going to go ahead and choose Education. And then for the client, we're going to say a new client. The Helping Kids Organization. And save that client. Now, if you want, you can also add some tasks related to that grant proposal. Now, you don't have to do this. It's totally up to you. But in this case, we're going to say new, and we're going to say get the new budget. And we need to do that next, and that's a category is a proposal task. Now, automatically, it will put your name in the user. So click Save. Okay, then we want to confirm that. Now, automatically, because the grant proposal is due within 90 days, it shows up on my dashboard right here. So I know that it needs to be worked on. I also have notifications set up to where I'm going to get an email 30 days before it's due and 14 days before it's due. So I have multiple ways to remind me of this. Now let's jump over to the grant proposals. Here in our grant proposals, you can see we have a list of proposals that are in progress, those that are submitted and pending a response, or even those that are received. You can look at this in the list style, or you can look at it as cards. Whatever kind of works for you and is a little easier. Now, inside of that grant proposal, you can put further details about the proposal. So maybe the expected outcomes of the proposal, your own notes that you need, the folder URL in your storage, like your Google Drive or OneDrive, where you store the documents. And then once you receive the proposal, you can change your status and you can put the date responded and the amount received. You can also see your tasks here. So you see we put the Get New Budget task, and that will be listed on your proposal. And then once we receive it, you can add a grant report as well right here. You can also see the client that is related to that proposal. Now let's jump over to the grant reports. You can add multiple grant reports to a grant proposal if you need multiple reports, but every report is tied to a grant proposal. And you can have tasks on your reports as well. In the funders, again, you can add information such as their address, their grant cycle type, whether it's a set deadline or a rolling deadline. You can also add it to your starred list so you can watch it regularly and just make sure you know when their grant cycle happens next. You can select their focus areas, what their status is. Are you currently sending proposals to them or not? You can also select the type of funder they are. So if they're a private foundation or a corporate foundation or it's a government entity, you can do that as well, along with your notes and the grant guidelines. In the client section, you can see all of your clients' grant proposals in one place. You can also export the information from here so that you can share with your client what grants are open, what's been pending, what's been received. And you can save their information as well. In the tasks, you can lists out all of your grant tasks. This could also be related to things like building relationships with the funders. So if you make a phone call or send an email to a funder, you can save that in here. You can quickly pull reports of your grant proposal. So this could be something that you share with the CEO or your executive director or with your board and quickly give them the information that they're looking for. So in this case, you can pull all the grant proposals that for example, you have submitted within the past several months. So you can filter that by date, and then it will show you the different ones that you have open. Once you do that, you can export that and share it with whoever you need. You can also export your grant reports. You can share your funder list, your tasks, or your clients. You can also go to your profile and you can decide how often you want to be notified about grant proposals and grant notifications. 30 days is the default. And then additionally, you can choose 14, 7, or 3. And that's a quick overview of Grant Frog and how to get started. If you need help getting started, reach out to us. If you have a lot of grant proposals in history that we need to import into your account, reach out to us and we can do that as well and help you get started on the right foot.